Intermediate art students, this video is for you. Today should be April the 6th, and I just wanted to touch base with you all. We are working with our grid drawing. If you happen to be finished with your grid drawing, and I know some of you are getting very close if you're not already there to be finished with the grid drawing, but if you're finished with the grid drawing, you can just work on sketching. If you happen to have paints at your house, work on painting something in preparation for our batik. Remember, the batik has a nature theme to it, so be searching images online that have good outlines, good white outlines that you can create for your batik if we end up going back to school. But just be playing around with what image out of nature you want to do your batik on. Do some study sketches, some practice sketches, add some color to them. If you have markers, go ahead and use that. If you have paint, please, by all means, use what supplies you have. If all you have is pencil and paper, just continue to work on a sketch related to nature that we can use for your batik picture. If you're still working with the grid drawing, and most of you are, just make sure you are working box by box. I had a couple people send me pictures of areas they were struggling with, and the problem turned out to be that they were trying to outline like 4 boxes at once or 2 boxes at once. Remember, work box by box on this. Very important to work box by box. If you are tempted to not do that, get some paper and cover up everything else on that image except the box you're working on. The other thing that's helpful is to have a ruler. Have a ruler with you when you're doing this. If you've got a design on the person's clothing that you're doing, or some texture, use your ruler to measure up how high a line goes in a box, or how many lines are in there and how wide they are. Measure on your grid image and then measure in the box so that you're placing the items in the same spot, the same correlating spot. Sometimes clothing can be tricky. If it's very detailed, do the best you can. And remember, the other tip, I'm going to show you a picture. If you get to a part in your grid drawing where something has a lot of detail, you can break that box up into smaller boxes. Instead of your 3-inch box, you can break that up into smaller quadrants and go section by section and work through that more difficult area. But using the ruler will be very helpful. How far over does this line go? How high up does this line start? Have a ruler with you so you can measure and then transfer that to your bigger grid, so you know things are being placed in the proper spot. So either be working on a nature idea for your batik if you are finished with the grid drawing. If you're not finished with the grid drawing, I'll look forward to seeing Friday's update on how you're coming along. Good luck to you guys. Hope everyone's safe.